Welcome to The Sully Show, where I drink and give you my thoughts. Today we are doing a brandy review. We've done bourbon, we've done whiskey, we've done scotch, Irish whiskey, cognac. Today, it's time for some brandy. E&J VS and E&J V.S.O.P. We're going to do a little side-by-side comparison of the two. Not only review the E&J, but review them against each other. See which one's better. Is it worth spending the extra money? Is it not? And what is the difference in the two? So we're going to jump right into it with a taste test, and then we'll get into the difference of the two while they're sitting on some ice. So, didn't think this through. My glasses are the same, so hopefully I do not get them mixed up. I'll just have to set the bottle next to the thing, I guess. First, what we're going to try is the E&J VS. This is the, not bottom line, but it's below the V.S.O.P. The V.S.O.P. is the classier one of the two. So we're going to get this pouring right there. Again, not a whole lot to try, but we're not going to eat it because we are so refined and we have so many flavors stored in our chamber of memories that I can just pull them out and use them. So we're going to do them one at a time here. Smell test first, obviously. So as you would expect from a brandy, it smells kind of sweet, but it's still, you still got some oakiness in there. Maybe a little vanilla, but pretty much just sweetness and oakiness. So let's jump right into the drinking part, the best part. Medium to strong bite, I would say. It's not strong, but it's a little heavier than mild. It's like just below the point where it like tickles your nose and everything like that. It's just below that. So it's a little strong, but not crazy strong. I really can't pick up a whole lot of flavor in there. I get some oak. I get like sweetness, but I don't know where from. I don't like it. It's not like a vanilla sweetness, a fruity sweetness, a candy sweetness. It's sweeter than a whiskey, you know, due to the fact that it's brandy, obviously. So like you get that brandy sweetness, but that's about it. There's not like a depth of sweetness, and it's oaky. I don't know. I don't know if I like that at all. But we're going to put it off to the side for now. I'm going to set it right over there. And we're going to jump on over to the E&J V.S.O.P. with the blue label. It is Grand Blue V.S.O.P. I know at one point, I don't know if they still are, but at one point this was America's best-selling brandy. It's kind of a bummer for America. Pour her up. Work on my bartending skills. Pouring pretty high, pretty fancy. E&J V.S.O.P. Smell test. I'm not detecting any smells on this one. It really just kind of smells like alcohol. Like, you know, that like grain alcohol, hand sanitizer smell. That's pretty much what this smells like. Not as strong. It's not a strong smell, but that's pretty much the only smell I'm detecting, with maybe a touch of sweetness, maybe. It's kind of hard to say. Let's jump into the taste. What? Oh, wow. So, you take a sip, mild burn, mild bite. It's you know, low to mild bite. Take a sip, low to mild bite is probably where you're at. It's not much, but you can feel it. Flavors are there. Very flavorful. You first take a sip, it's sweet. Like very vanilla, very sweet. Awesome flavors. What's the finish, or like what's left after you've swallowed all the liquid, is spicy. Like, not like, oh, you know, aromatic spices, kind of like how the Southern Comfort was. No, it's spicy. Like, I feel like I just ate like a jalapeno. Like your tongue like feels like burn, like spicy. That's weird. Yeah, it didn't do it as bad that time, but it's amazing. I love the first flavor. Like when the liquid is still in my mouth and the flavors are coming out. I love that. Sweet, vanilla, you know, a little flowery maybe even. It's amazing. I normally don't like that kind of stuff. I like this. But it's ruined by that sweetness. It's almost like you like took a bite of vanilla ice cream and then followed it up with a jalapeno. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. I feel like they need to pick one or the other. Don't know how I feel about that. But let's get these two on some ice. Now while those are sitting on some ice, working their magic, we put the ice in at the same time to make sure we have an even playing field. One wasn't diluted more than the other too much. Let's go over what the difference in VS and V.S.O.P is. Now they're both 40% alcohol, coming in at 80 proof, both American made, both have the same base. It's both E&J brandy to begin with. The website says they were both aged a minimum of 2 years, so not very specific. You know, the V.S.O.P should have to be aged at least 4 for it to be considered an actual V.S.O.P. But at least 2 years is the minimum. The prices are E&J VS, the basic one, for $7.50, $12. The E&J V.S.O.P for $7.50, $15. Alright, so besides the military special, these are the cheapest things that we have had on the Sully Show. $12 and $15 for $7.50. Not a bad price. Is it worth it? We'll get into that after we tried it on ice. But $12 and $15 respectively. Now, so the VS is supposed to have apple, toasted oak, and vanilla. Those are supposed to be the flavor profiles that it has according to the website. Didn't really detect any of those. Like I detected the oak. I detected sweetness, but like I said, I couldn't tell where it came from, so I don't know that I would call that vanilla. So besides the oak, haven't really been able to detect the flavors, but we'll see if that changes when we put on some ice. The V.S.O.P, we should taste vanilla cream, maple, and sherry. Now, I didn't mess up saying cherry, it's sherry. We'll get into what that is in just a second. Vanilla cream, absolutely tasted it, 100%. That's probably the best way to describe that initial flavor. Sweet, like taste of creaminess. You know, the maple. Maybe, you know, I think if I tasted it, it wasn't super noticeable. So I'm not going to count maple. I don't think we really got maple in there. Now, sherry. What sherry is a fortified wine. Now, what exactly a fortified wine is, I'm kind of unsure about. I tried to look it up. It's kind of weird and confusing, and like the description was like 12 pages long for like a basic one, it seemed like. But sherry is just a fortified wine. It's basically a type of wine, and that's what they use to make the E&J V.S.O.P, and so you should get some flavors in there. Did I taste it? I don't know, because I don't know what sherry tastes like. Maybe that's a spiciness. Not too sure. But there was definitely spiciness in that V.S.O.P at the back end. So now that you know a little bit about what makes them different, let's try them again. We got them on ice. Let's give them a shot. see if they can make a comeback. Because so far, I don't know that I'm impressed. I really don't. Okay. So this is the E&J V.S. This is the E&J V.S. It kind of clears that flavor up. It gives it a little bit more power. It doesn't, nothing was really added to it. You don't notice other flavors, but that oak just becomes more refined, a little bit more clear, and it becomes better. Alright, on ice, the E&J V.S. is better. The E&J V.S.O.P. Once you throw it on ice, the bite dies down a little, but you can still feel it. The spiciness goes away though. So now it's like eating vanilla ice cream in a drink. Alright, like if you're craving vanilla ice cream, drink some of this, there's a very good chance that that craving will go away. There's a chance that it will be satisfied. Because it really is so creamy, so vanilla, so good. As far as scoring, we're going to have to adjust our scoring a little bit. Okay, because I don't think Southern Comfort's a 6 out of 10. I think I was being a little generous there. I think it's probably a 4 out of 10. You get a 10 out of 10, it's going to have to be great neat, great on ice. Okay, so the first 5 points, how is it neat? Second 5 points, how is it on ice? So the VS to begin with. Neat, a 1. Probably. On ice, a 3. Overall, E&J gets a 4. Not good. Do not recommend. Now, E&J V.S.O.P. Neat. I'll give it a 2. Probably a 2. Neat. On ice, 3. 2 neat, 3 on ice, with a total score of a 5. And that will put it on recommend. So, do not recommend E&J V.S. Do recommend E&J V.S.O.P. Night and day difference there. But that right there wraps it up for the show. If there's anything that you would like to see in future videos, leave that in the comments. If there's any way I can do better for y'all, leave that in the comments. Because I'm always trying to do my best to be the best for y'all. But I appreciate you watching me drink, give my thoughts. Tune in next time. And cheers.